Hey everybody, this is Nathan here at the Gold Cove, just outside of Detroit, Michigan. We're actually in Roseville, 25555 Gratiot, Roseville, Michigan. Probably people that watch every week can recite that, 25555 Gratiot. I appreciate you coming to see us. I appreciate all the folks that have dropped in on us. And thank you for watching. We are pretty much a brick and mortar, cash and carry at the counter only kind of store. And but you guys, a lot of times people ask, can you ship stuff? And we don't. We should. We might, but we don't now. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day. I appreciate you spending a few minutes with us. Looking at gold and silver, it looks like the tale of the day lately is just kind of stagnant a little bit, but there's also in that stagnant 70 to 80 on the silver range, and actually it was just over 80 quite a bit a week and a half ago. So, but gold is 4,500-ish right now. We're down 50 bucks. I think we're in the 44.50 range. Kind of volatile, right? It goes up 30, 40, 50 bucks on gold, down 20, 30, 50, 80 bucks. And silver's been going up a buck or two or three. You're down, and that feels volatile. I don't know, but we're still kind of trading that range. So anyway, what I thought I would do today, Caleb had a really good idea for a video. And since I'm not a great data guy, I nixed it. He wanted to talk about the gold standard and just the history about it and how we should think about it today. Does that apply today? But that's not what we're talking about. So I'll move on. Today, we're kind of going to take a little tour of the store. And I'm actually going to ask you guys, because we do a lot of business here. I feel like it's a lot of business. I don't know if, but I have some other dealers that have businesses. They come in here and they say, wow, you guys are really busy now. I know there's places you can compare me to and we're slow, whatever, but I'm content. However, we don't sell a ton. A lot of the stuff that we get in, we have to wholesale. I have talked to other dealers and say, we're not even putting a lot of stuff in our showcases right now because the buyers aren't buying, but we have seen a few more buyers come into the market in the last couple of weeks. We're strong on buying stuff. We buy consistently. We don't sell a ton. I'm going to ask you guys to help me as we take a tour of the showcases. We're not real good at freshening up our showcases either. And I think a lot of coin shops fall into that category. And so we're going to take a tour around, see what's in these showcases, why it's here, what you could find if you came in the store. And then maybe you guys will have some tips. And I can already see some things that I'm going to get shredded for. And I can live with that. I am sensitive, but I'll live with the shred. Starting over here, this is kind of a no man's showcase. Kind of a catch-all. If we get some vintage watches, we might throw them in there. Pocket watches, some odds and ends. But we always have had, I don't know, since I can remember, we've always had a box full of gold rings, or at least one or two little, I don't even know what you call those, just a gold ring display where there'd be a ring on each finger. And we did buy a pretty big collection of like college rings and semi-pro sports rings. And actually, we've sold about a third of those through the counter, though we sell it really cheap. We'll sell it for gold plus a couple %. So anyway, that's this showcase. It's kind of a catch-all. We'll throw pocket watches if we get one in there. Working, non-working, we don't know. Maybe a few vintage watches. Odds and ends, there's been things. But this is a no-man showcase. Not a lot of traffic. We'll sell a couple rings a month out of there. Moving over here, I don't know, another no-man showcase. In here, we'll put maybe some bigger box coin stuff. Again, some more odds and ends. In here, we always put like these casino strikes when we get them. We'll put a stack in here. I made a video about a year ago, maybe longer, where a guy had brought in thousands of these. I think maybe like, I don't remember, Caleb. Was it over 1,000 or was it about 1,000? Or?
It was like 1,900.
Tons of these. And we actually put them in like empty food cylinders or Costco type empty canisters, and we stored them in the vault. And one guy came in and bought hundreds of them numerous times, but we'll get these from time to time. We throw them in there. Those are silver. They'll come out of a slot machine in Vegas. And so, like I said, we'll throw some big box stuff out there, a few bills in there. You guys have heard me talk about, I got a famous knife maker that does business here at the store. And one day we made some trades and he brought in a half a dozen knives, and I just throw them in there. We've sold a couple out of here actually, but that really doesn't belong there, but that's what's there. A few knives. This is kind of like a real meat and potatoes showcase for us. We do a lot of business out of this showcase every day. We will have like 10th ounce gold coins, quarter ounce gold coins. This will be some of the fraction 1 gram pieces. We get a loose odds and end 2.5 gram or something, we'll throw it in there. A lot of times this is just samples. We will throw some odds and ends in there, onesie, twosies, but we always have like a maple leaf, a Crew Grand, an eagle, $20 gold piece, you know, just as a sample. And then if somebody wants multiples of those or variations of those, we'll go back in the vault and get them. You got to put some stuff in the showcases. We're not real good about it being like scientific and super neat and super clean. So again, we'll throw some odds and ends, gold or platinum in here. But the graded stuff, these 2 trays are graded. I don't know. We might sell 5 graded pieces out of there a month. Maybe that might even be a lot. So just mostly, sometimes I just feel like we're filling up the showcase. And lately we've been throwing in there some jewelry, although we maybe sell like 1 men's bracelet, 1 men's necklace a month out of there. Not a whole lot. It's another meat and potato showcase. We'll throw some, you know, odds and ends, like higher end government pieces, the kind of stuff you don't want to buy a ton of because there's always a $5 to $10 an ounce premium on it. But if you come in here and want to pick up a gift or some subject material, Star Wars, Pac-Man, Simpsons, painted stuff, Australian stuff is really, really neat, different years. This is where we'll kind of throw a little bit higher end stuff in trays. And then, gosh, I should work on making this prettier, but it's not. This is kind of just a foreign government bin, scruffy eagles we might throw in there. So maples, Crew Grands. Over here we got kind of a bin. If somebody just says, hey, I want 2 ounces of silver, they can come and grab a couple ounces out of there. And some people like to come in and shuffle. You know, I might say, here's 2 buffaloes. They're like, no, I want to pick out something vintage or subject material. That's fine. You know, so that's what that is. Then over here, we got different rolls of generic, government. We really don't sell much out of those rolls. Somebody comes in and wants 80 ounces of silver. We just go in the back and get 4 rolls of silver or 8 10-ounce bars or whatever the case is. This is mostly like to give samples of. We'll sell small quantities out of here. You know, we do have 10-ounce bars where somebody says, oh, what's a 10-ounce bar look like? And so this is our silver showcase. We do a lot of business out of here every day. Last showcase on this side of the block, mostly graded eagles. Mostly graded eagles. So this is one I wonder about. Like, I probably should make some movement out of this showcase. Then we got a bin with 1-ounce eagles. So if you just want to pick through and grab a certain year, or if you come in and you want 2 eagles, you can get it out of there. If you want rolls of silver eagles or somebody wants 5 eagles or something, we have them here. If somebody comes in and wants tubes of eagles, we go in the back and get them. We'll throw a few box things in here. I actually see platinum in there. I don't know how much that belongs in there. But mostly some graded eagles in this showcase. We don't sell a lot of those. I mean, we'll sell a 69 eagle for, I don't know, today it's mid-70s. We might sell it for $80. And a MS-70 eagle might be another $5 on top of that. So this is a eagle showcase, mostly. There's a couple of Trump coins in there and stuff like that. Caleb, you're going to follow me to the other side. I got somebody that's trying to get in the front door, but we're closed. Actually, let me go talk to them. Caleb, show this showcase for a minute. Caleb, did you get all that? All right. All right, we're heading over to the, I don't know, this might be like the obsolete side of town for us. If you guys have been in coin shops, man, I can't keep this place clean. And I don't probably try as hard as I should either. We buy more variety of things. When people are coming in with coins and jewelry, they have a lot of stuff from yesteryear. And it's hard not to buy it. I don't know. Some of you guys that have shops that watch this show, tell me if you have a hard time with that. I mean, people are bringing knife collections or different things, and we buy it, and so it clutters up the store. It has value. We sell it. Sometimes I do have some guys that own antique shops that'll come in here, and they'll buy some stuff from us. So it's just, you're buying things for of value for undervalue to make a profit, but it does clutter up the store. This showcase, mostly jewelry and just silver jewelry. And then I'll throw some kind of cool silverware out there, but this is a mess. It's a mess. We do have some traffic over here. A husband and wife comes in, he's looking at the coins. She might come buy a couple rings, but they're cheap. We're selling silver rings for 15, 20 bucks. And so I would say maybe once a day we'll sell a piece out of this showcase. Does that seem right, Caleb? Once a day?
I would say so.
Yeah. Over here, my son Jeffrey is an avid watch guy. So I remember one time he went to a coin shop, jewelry shop, and he bought out their watch collection, and they gave him this watch box. And ever since then, it's been here in my showcase. And so I think half of these watches are his, maybe more than half. Most of them are his. And every now and again, he lets me throw a watch in there. So I might have a Rolex in there, or an Omega, or a gold Longines. A few of those might be mine. Most of those are his. He loves watches. He's good with watches. If you're into watches and you want to sell some, I mean, we don't always have a big selection. We almost never do, truthfully. But we get a few Rolexes around, and that seems to be what we'll sell the most of. But if you have some Rolexes you want to get prices on or sell, Jeffrey is your guy for that. He's super good at it. So good that he'll buy and sell to other dealers, even Rolex type dealers. So kid's really sharp, and I'm proud of him. Just like Caleb is super great. I don't want Caleb to get angry or jealous. You're talking about Jeff and not me. That's how you got to live when you got two superstars here working at the shop. Caleb's got some great talents working with the customers. Actually, they'll come in and I'll say, hey, can I help you? And they're like, no, I'm waiting for Caleb. Okay, that makes you proud. But anyway, graded coins. Gosh, we don't sell a lot of graded coins. I think if we were like online sellers and maybe some of the things on Whatnot, most of the graded coins we sell are to dealers. Dealers will come in and for their Whatnot shows, and they'll buy a dozen or two graded coins. Every now and again, somebody will buy a graded coin. I think yesterday a guy bought 2 graded coins out of there, but that's almost a rarity. I mean, we will sell probably every day graded coins out of here. Most days, maybe not every day, but most days. But over there, we're selling bullion. I always tell people, if we get if 20 people come through the doors, 20 buyers come through the doors in a given day, 17 of them are over there on the bullion side, and 3 of them are over here on the coin side. So kind of just a mishmash of coins over here. We bought a big ancient collection one day, so we filled up a section, and just some odds and ends in here, Morgan dollar, all the different graded coins. Over here, this one I'm going to take some flack about. I got a bunch of Zippo lighters in there. A woman asked me to come to her home, and I pick out some antique stuff. She had a bunch of jewelry, and she'd sold us some gold watches, and I said, all right, I'll do that. I don't go into people's houses very often, maybe twice a year, 3 times a year. And she had stuff stacked almost floor to ceiling. And even to where I'm like, hey, let's find, you got a table we can go through some. She didn't have a table available. Nowhere you could set up a card table or a 6-foot table, or even her kitchen table was stacked. So anyway, I bought a big collection of Zippo lighters from her in the box. A Zippo lighter loose, I probably wouldn't buy, but she had maybe 100 might be a lot, maybe 60 Zippo lighters, some cool Zippo display cases that are up there. And she had some case knife. I think that sold. I had that in a video, but that's probably poorly used space in a coin shop. More graded coins. Then here we have the traditional 2x2. 2x2. So these are stapled coins the way that most traditional coin guys I wanted to say old. And I was looking for an alternative, so I actually ended up saying old anyway. Old coin guys, I'm getting old myself. Traditional coin guys will staple their 2x2s, keep them in their collections or their books, or they buy little boxes. That's what this is. They call those flips. Flips?
2x2 flips.
2x2 flips. And more of that over here, but this is foreign. So some foreign 2x2s, a box with foreign. This is another mishmash showcase. A camera. What's that doing in there, right? But somebody sold an old camera, which we try not to buy, but sometimes people have thousands of dollars worth of jewelry, gold, and coins, and a couple odds and ends. And just to make life easy for them, you take the junk too. But yeah, so penny bags. Actually, we can't keep these in stock. I had my son Cameron, when I look at him and he's spending too much time on his cell phone, I'm like, make some penny bags. And people will buy those. Those are just wheat pennies, $15 a bag. Gold backs. We were selling those like crazy up until about a month or two ago, and now people aren't buying them. We're still moving. Again, I'm asking you guys, if you're watching this, I don't know. We should freshen up. We should really freshen up our showcases from time to time, and we don't. We get new stuff. We put it in where there's a hole, but like revamping it, taking this line of stuff out and putting a new line, a different line of stuff, we just don't do that. This is our bill showcase. The good thing about that is if you come in here over 10 years, you know right to go if you're a bill guy, you know, because it doesn't change. But this is a bill showcase. These bills, I think we price them pretty reasonable, and they will fly out of here. When we get the old ones, you know, usually the large notes, and we get a good condition large note, $200, $300, $400 large note, they sell pretty quick. And so somebody will sell us 10 or 20, and usually within the first 48 hours, 3, 4, 5 of them will fly out that day. So there's a lot of movement, and dealers come in and beat us up about the large bills too. Last showcase in the store. This looks like modern. We don't get many people over here unless we're buying from them, and they'll set up their collection and we'll buy right here. But we try to, when people bring in a bulk amount of stuff, we try to bring them to this side of the store, or maybe the first or last counter over there where there, you know, tends to not be a lot of buying action where customers are buying from us. So usually over here, we'd be buying stuff from people because nobody buys over here. I don't know. Maybe you will. You'll watch this video and say, I need that. I'm coming in. But a lot of modern Morgans, graded, boxed. Some we've put in here before, like some of the commemorative sets and different things like that. Sometimes you just, a few of the showcases you treat as like, where can I put some stuff? What do I got to put in there to fill it and have some variety? This table back here, I mean, when we're buying collections, we'll just pile up some stuff over there that's kind of lower value. A lot of proof sets we put over there, some different books. I mean, Caleb's really showing off a good mess we got. Actually, I don't know if you can see it from there. This cart, I wanted to do a video with our carts, but every night we got to fill up these carts, wheel them into the vaults. In the morning, we bring them out, put them into the showcases. This cart, Jeffrey's, this was stacked with stuff. Silver coins, paper money, pieces of collections, just junk. And Jeffrey cleaned it off last week, and before you knew it, somebody came in with boxes of odds and ends, and we just loaded it up again. Really, really hard to keep this place neat and clean, although mostly men that work here, pretty much all men. My daughter might show up when she needs money, but she ain't cleaning anything. It's hard for us to keep things in order. I don't know. Let us know what you think, what different, better stuff we should have as a coin shop. What's in your coin shop when you go there? Do you like some of the oddities, the yesteryear stuff, the Americana? You know, I know when I go into coin shops, there's all kinds of stuff. Bikes, old bikes on the walls, and stuff that has nothing to do with coins and jewelry, but it's always fun for me. It's like kind of like going into a little mini local museum. And so do you like that about your coin shop, or do you just wish it was neat and clean and straight to the point and sterile? Guys, thanks for watching. I wish you have a great day today. Who knows? Somebody that's watching today, this is bad, but I'm going to say it. It very well could be your last day. Make sure you spend it well, right? If we knew we were on the clock and we knew the time and we really had a value of our days on this planet, we would spend our time differently. Help me to think of today as my last day so I'd spend it well. All right, guys, have a great day. Make it happen.
Thank you guys for watching our videos, subscribing to the channel, and liking our content. We are truly enjoying this journey on YouTube with all of you, and I hope you guys are as well. Be sure to be subscribed to the channel and notified on all of our content. And most importantly, buy precious metals, and don't forget to check out Cameron's whatnot called Gold Cove Cam on there. Things are going way too cheap. It's exciting. It's fun. I'm on there. Pops is on there. Cams is on there. And yeah, don't forget to, throw in some suggestions in the comments down below of what you want to see. Or if you want to be on film, please also let us know. Take care, everyone. We appreciate y'all. Have a great day.